Invictus, my kings, and welcome back to another Total War Rome 2 Empire Divided Gallic Rome playthrough. And today we will be taking our forces, 3 full stack armies of cohorts, of heavy skirmishers, of light skirmishers, some Gallic legionaries, and we will be making an attack against the Germanics. Yes, indeed, we will be making an attack against the Germanics. We will take Magna Germania, as is the province over here. And we will systematically crush any and all Germanic resistance to our advance with all of our armies combined, and we'll make use of their disjointed nature, make use of their infighting, and fully envelop them. The Longobardi have been dealt with. Time to build up the province, time to build up the region, and move on, essentially. March on, move on, whatever you want to do. But we've actually gained a rank over here, relatively nice. So yeah, we have made our advance in Magna Germania. We'll clean up whatever is here in Germany. In Germania, that is, we'll capture Magna Germania, as well as make our way towards, let me click on this, towards Suabia, which is this general region. These 4 provinces will make towards an advance towards them. Yes, indeed. And what about Arsenium? That's Lugi. Maybe we could make an... Do we make an advance all the way over here? We could. It's basically the edge of the map over here, so nobody's gonna threaten us from this side if we make our way all the way towards, let's say, Corodunum, for example. If we make our way towards Corodunum, then there's nobody to threaten us from this side of the map, because there's nothing there. So we could maybe think about that. Maybe we could think about making our way all the way there. But for the time being, let's just build up these provinces a little bit, and let's continue on. Let's end turn, and let's get a move on with this campaign. The forces of Aurelian's Rome are really stretched thin, so I suspect we won't be really seeing much trouble from them, hopefully at least. The Palmyrans have had quite a bit of a good campaign. Sure, we can have a non-aggression pact, I don't mind. I won't be really aggressive towards Africa anytime soon, which might change in the future, obviously. But for the time being, I don't plan on making any aggressive moves towards Africa. Not at all, not at all. So let's get a move on. Tulifurdum, we can, for the time being, exempt them from taxation, just so they're nice and happy, and so that we don't have to worry about any sort of unrest in the province at all. There we go. And next up on the chopping block is going to be the Saxons at Treva, however you pronounce that name. That's where we are going. That's where our next line of advance is going to be. Looks like the Britannians are having a little bit of trouble with the Celts to the north. But well, they obviously have more provinces than the Celts, so you would think that they would have an easy time dealing with that, but apparently not. So declare war on the Saxons. Again, no allies. Very, very nice, very well. Let's move up with all of our units, and let's finalize the attack. Again, very easy, very simple. Overwhelming force always does the trick. So the Saxons have been crushed from trade agreements. Well, I don't really know about trade agreements, but we could maybe build up some different buildings, and we have gained a rank with our army, which hasn't gained a rank yet. So there we go, we're making our way in the world. Okay, so new skill for... Okay, Legio to Alpina. New skill for the general. So sure, authority. Actually, the cavalry is a bad idea since we're not running around with any cavalry, so maybe I should have picked something else. But, well, whatever. Maybe we'll recruit some cavalry later down the line, when that's going to be useful at that point. Definitely. But, yeah, the AI obviously making it smooth. Carthage has been conquered by one of our vassals, or let's say the only remaining vassal that we have, because well, let's actually check. Our vassals are my clients Lusitania and Hispania Superior, and they aren't actually at war with each other. Very surprising. You would think, at least I thought, that they were at war with each other, but they aren't. Sometimes they do go to war with each other, so that's why I thought that. But we still have our client states. Very nice, very well, very good to know. So let's get a move on with our armies, and let's get towards the Franks, and we should be able to crush them relatively soon. Yes, indeed. Let's build up our towns a little bit, and let's go towards Flavium. Go towards Flavium, where we will again conquer the Germans with overwhelming force. You know, you can really make use of their disjointed nature. Oh, looks like Camaldunum is actually about to fall to the Picts, to the Celts. So that's actually quite something to take into consideration. We might be actually going into Britannia in the next part, if this is how -6 wealth. I don't really know. Diplomacy with Eastern. Well, there we go. Fulfill the prophecy. Obviously, let's get down to business on defeating the Germans, eh? Trespassing Frankie. I'm really not interested. Really not interested in what they think I'm doing. Yes, we're trespassing. Very nice. Good to know. Trespassing again. Very unfortunate for them. There we go. Building up our newly conquered territories a little bit. Let's build up, and let's go forward. We're really flying through these turns, but you know, that's the nature of Rome too. I don't know, at least in my games I tend to just go through the turns quite quickly. There's really no reason why you should. It looks like Camaldunum is about to fall, but yeah, in Rome 2, the turns just fly by really fast for some reason. Looks like the excerpt from the River Eternal chapter 28. With flaming speeches, Cicero revealed a plot devised by Catiline to topple the Republic before the members of the Senate. With his plans apparently thwarted, the failing conspirator needed to make an important decision: what to do next. Well, fight to the death. That's a pretty good one. That tends to prove quite useful, especially in assault. Let's declare war on the Franks. There we go. The Franks, full stack army. We could actually take it just with our main army over here, but let's also send the supporting armies towards the Franks. No reason to fight this. We have such overwhelming power, overwhelming number of troops and quality of troops that the Franks have been dealt with. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And let's turn this into a farming settlement a little bit. Yes, indeed. So yeah, that's it for Magna Germania. Next up, not quite Hercynia, not quite Hercynia. We don't really want that yet. But we will probably go against go and take Suabia, actually. That could be, yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do next. Same sort of business, but in Suabia. Alright, here we are ready to go and march on Verinium. Yes, Verinium. Let's go. What sort of army do they have? Some Germanic band, but not much of anything else. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Let's go forward. Yes, we are trespassing. Who cares? It's just against the barbarians. They don't mind. They trespass against Rome all the time. So what is it to them if we trespass a little bit here and there? Just between friends. Who cares? They are probably more than used to something like that. They are in fact very happy that we have come. We are welcomed guests. And we should be treated as such. Yes, indeed. But we will be taking control of Swabia here pretty soon. As you can see, the rest of the world is making various border gorish conquests. The territory of the Aurelians' Rome is basically falling apart. There's no threat for them. No threat from them at all. So let's declare war. They have no allies. Again, the Germans are very fragmented. No reason to really, no reason to fret about that at all. No reason whatsoever. And there we go. Let's crush them, raise them. And all of their little agents have been dealt with as well. Now let's make our way towards probably towards Kalinkorium. Let's see if they have any allies, but they probably don't. The Semnones, no, they don't have. Neither do have the Burgundy or the Rugi. None of them have any allies. This is going to be very simple. We're just going to march from place to place, raising, conquering, pillaging, and claiming for Rome. Obviously, let's not tax the province, and let's get a move on. Let's get a move on, indeed. Let's build. Okay, so we've gained a little bit of experience. Let's see which army has gained experience. There we go, and these guys as well. There we go. Let's move forward. Kalinkorum, or however you pronounce that city, is next. Apollonia seems like the last holdout of Aurelian's Rome on the mainland of Europe, or mainland of Greece. They really have not put up any sort of fight or resistance against us whatsoever. Let's search for the eagle. And let's march towards the Semnones. Semones, however you pronounce that. Semnones, yes indeed. And let's declare war. They have no allies once more. Very easy. Auto-resolve. Conquer. Let's raise the territory. The Semnones have been conquered. Very cool, very cool. Let's build all the relevant buildings. There we go. And let's... And next up on the chopping block should be Setidava. Yes, Setidava should be next up on the chopping block. Kalinkorum is the name. Okay, Kalinkorum. These Germanic cities and towns have such strange names. It's very easy to forget where exactly we are. On the map. Gaius Tetricus, yes, that's one of our guys, so let's make sure he's nice and skilled and leveled up for the job at hand. Okay, looks like Aurelian's Rome is still putting up a little bit of a fight. Military access from the Marcomanni, no, I don't think so, and they dare to ask for money. I really don't think so. I really don't think we're gonna be doing anything of the sort. Camalodunum still under siege. I wonder how long that's gonna take, but let's merge the three armies together once more, and they can march towards Setidava and then Pelplin. Okay, Pelplin. That's an interesting name for a city. That's an interesting name for a city. But yes, Pelplin. Let's see. Here we are building the shield, so let's build sword here, and let's do that, and that should be good enough. Here we go. Setidava is next on the chopping block. Okay, so Athens is still under the control of Aurelian. Marcomanni want military access. I'm not gonna give you military access. Stop asking. The only time our military is gonna enter your land is when we're gonna conquer you, and you really don't want that to happen anytime soon, so stop it. Cats, as per usual. Sicily, something or another, very well. Let's get some better farms going. Okay, so let's now trespass against City Dava. Send our armies over there against the Burgundians. The Burgundy. Okay, and let's attack, declare war. Very easy, no allies. Once more. Okay, let's bring all the armies to bear. Just so we have an incredibly overwhelming number of forces. No reason to play coy, no reason to play fair. Raise. They never stand a chance. The Burgundians are gone. Oh, turn this into another farming settlement. Another rank gained. Very nice. And with these armies, we can go towards Pelplin. Okay, Pelplin. It's, again, very, very fancy name for a city, but Pelplin, okay. Let's upgrade these cities that we have, and let's take a look at how it is going and how things are going in Greece. So it looks like our puppet actually managed to capture Athens and Sparta, which is quite funny. But then we have the Marcomanni and Pharsalus. Apollonia has fallen to the Roxolani. Thessalonica is now occupied by Latin rebels. The Goths rebels, and what is this? Lydia. Okay, so Lydia, which originally has its place in Asia Minor, is now located in Apollonia Pontica. The Goths have taken a swathe of land over here. Okay. Well, it looks like a giant mess, but our empire stands strong and united, and soon even Swabia will be united under the banner of Gallic Rome, which is just as things should be. And Camulodunum is now also facing, there we go. Camulodunum is now gone. The Stolen Eagle, Detour, Banditry, -10 Banditry. -50% camp and movement rate for who? For one of these armies, I see. Okay, whatever. Let's go towards Pelplin. Let's go towards Pelplin, and let's not bother with any lost eagles or anything of the sort. Let's just march forward and capture the territory. Capture the enemy stronghold. There we go. 96%. Bam. Raise, and that's that. The Rugi have now been dealt with. We have managed to pacify Germania quite a bit. All that's left is to march against the Marcomanni and possibly go against Oblin and Caradunum, and also Arsenium. Oblin, Caradunum, Grinev as well. Once we do that, probably in the next part, we can then turn our gaze towards the Marcomanni and reunite what has been disunited Greece, will once more be under Roman control. And then after that, we will probably turn our gaze towards Britannia, or maybe even after next part where we take care of business. Here we go against Britannia, reconquer what is rightfully Roman. The Caledonia will be pushed back, and then we turn our gaze towards Greece, and then eventually march on Palmyra. Yes, our faithful puppets have done their job and have captured North Africa quite a bit. Carthage is basically under our rule, so hey, that's something. And yeah, so that's basically that. But anyway, thanks Kings for watching, and I will see you next time.